So as you know, not all deals go through successfully the first time, despite our best efforts. We are currently representing the seller and I had international buyer put into for the unit, despite all of our efforts to qualify them, and they were, the co-op board ended up refusing their application. This made me think about all the extra things sellers and buyers should know. I'm Dana Sapir with Compass Manhattan, and here are the surprises international buyers will encounter when buying in New York City. If you are a non-resident, my best advice to you is to look at condos over co-ops. A co-op building is structured as a corporation, so instead of receiving a deed, as you would in a condo, you become a shareholder with a proprietary lease. Co-op typically demand much more from you in terms of the down payment and financial qualifications, and also require that you provide extensive information on your finances. In the past, some co-ops board might have been open to taking maintenance in escrow instead of submitting tax returns and showing financial statements, but co-op have been caught up in recent rent reforms, and this workaround is no longer available, though there is some discussion that might change that soon. But there is almost no chance that you will be approved by a more restrictive co-op board. And this is because they know how hard it is to sue a non-US citizen with no nexus with the US. So if you are set on buying a co-op, ask your broker to find a co-op building that might welcome you as a resident, not as an investor. If you find the right building, it will help if you have a lot of US-based liquid assets, and your visa might also be relevant to co-op application. The best type is the one that can lead to permanent residency status. It is easier to buy, sell, and sublet a condo, but that flexibility comes at a price. Condo typically cost more than co-ops and come with a higher closing cost, and still be prepared to complete the condo application and the paperwork. Many foreign buyers don't realize this, but credit history is also important. The cash offers make you a more competitive buyer in New York City, and for international buyers with high income, buying without financing means you don't have to go through the mortgage process, but the buildings still want to look at the credit history. So what if you do want a loan? Arranging financing can be tricky. Most of the US banks will not lend international buyers, so getting a mortgage can be more complicated. As with any major financial transaction, you need to understand the tax and withholding implications of owning a property in the US. And if you are a non-US citizen, the IRS takes extra precautions. Under the Foreign Investment in Real Property Tax Act, someone buying a property from a foreign national is required to pay 15% of the sales price to the IRS rather than to the seller. Then it is up to the seller to file the right tax documentation to show they are entitled to get some or all of that money back, depending on the circumstances. The impact can be even more significant if you are selling at a loss. There are also some estate tax implications. There is no estate tax exemption for non-citizens, so it may come down to structuring the finances through a trust, LLC, or buying life insurance to offset the estate tax liability. Depending on the amount of time you spend in the US, you may be subject to tax on the income you earn abroad, in addition to income earned in the US. If you earn rental income from your New York City property, you face another tax consequences. Bearing in mind all of the complexity, know that you will need to assemble a good team to help you in each phase of your real estate transaction. The team might include an accountant, tax advisor, real estate attorney, broker, mortgage broker, and even a contractor or concierge service. Remember, being well prepared can and will lead you through the transaction. Have you sold to an international buyer, or are you one yourself who was bought in the city recently? Let me know in the comments if you encountered any of the issues I've discussed. And if you're ready to buy in New York City, contact me today so we can begin leading you home. Want more real estate tips and tricks? Subscribe to my YouTube channel today.